and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. To give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. I broke all the cages, no, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty. a place where you can run free. Time does not exist. Take a chance when the road before us falls under our face. I can't hold on. I can't remain so strong. We have the same old bond, but everything is wrong. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't make it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't make it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is There's a place where you can run free. Time does not exist. Take a chance when the road before us falls under our face. I can't hold on. I can't remain so strong. We have the same old bond, but everything's wrong. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't break it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is gone, but I've been born. I can't break it on my own. When I'm alone, my love is gone. My love is
Almost a rise, but they fall down. Backup coming in from a TMB, and the Lions take the round.
Yeah, good push here, making sure that Mihu is going to get refragged, and JL is stepping up to the play. 3 kills for him. I just realized Someday Young is called SDI on HLTV, and I didn't realize that it's actually. I mean, I should have realized, check the player, that it's the same player. I was just focusing on some other players, but Someday Young, definitely also a known player from his past performances as well. So, yeah, I completely overlooked that when he was in Spurs for quite a long time.
Yeah, well, certainly Apeks are feeling a little overlooked in this round as the Lions have torn into them. 2 kills back from the Apeks squad, thanks to buying up a couple of Deagles. Styko, last one left standing, does manage to clip Burr up, but I think it's going to have to retreat away. TMB's coming in from the back, the rest of the Mad Lions squad from the front.
Yeah, this time, at this point, it's all about just dealing some damage. Mad Lions knows they lost 2 players already, they don't want to necessarily lose much more, so they're just forcing Sticker to make the move and act patient. He can't get another shot off. So Someday Young kills him. And it's only 2 players going down for Mad Lions. Well, 2 players in quotation marks, because it's still a good amount of damage he always will deal to the CT. So Apeks can be happy with that. Although now they go to an eco, and this should be a much cleaner round for Mad Lions to just stack up that economy. As in the following round, they will go into the buy round, and Mad Lions, they want to keep the guns into that next buy round already, so they have all the utility they need when Apeks just has a bit of utility and guns ready. So it's all about that. This nade could deal massive damage, actually.
All of Apeks coming charging in with the exception of one, and they're going to get cut down. JL is dropped, so that's that one body on the field for Lions they're trying to avoid. JKM is gone. Styko, last one with a chance, and does find Someday Young. Would hope to find TMB, but unfortunately doesn't get that last shot off. Still, Apeks doing a little bit more damage than the Lions will be comfortable with.
Yeah, Mad Lions can keep the M4s, but they were able to actually take away the lives of 2 players, and with this, the nades and the Kevlar, they had to just keep the economy in check now that they go into a buy round, actually a full buy for them as well. Now having all the utility they need already. 5 AKs coming into play, so now this is gonna get competitive here in this round. A fast move by Apeks into mid lane to mid to take control. Was too much in League of Legends right now for some reason. It's calling him mid lane. When I warm up,
we'll see.
Yeah, when I warm up for the games, I'm playing Legends of Runeterra just to get my head thinking before I'm setting my mind back to CS:GO. So I was a bit in another universe there.
Well, Apeks, they're going to need to try and establish themselves back here in this universe. They've taken quite a lot of damage in the early trade. Since we've got a moment to catch our breath, please do check out our partners Pinnacle at teb.gg/winter with the code WINTER22. For over 18 fans only, please do that responsibly as the first bit utility and a second kill comes in. TMB lighting up Apeks and maybe ruining their early game just like that. Norkin from the back gets one back for Apeks, but it could already be over.
Ooh. Yeah. Seems like I'm not the only one who's in another universe right now, because Apeks is definitely not looking good. Early mid control not working out at all. Mad Lions mid setup looks very, very strong, and they don't allow the side of Apeks to actually unfold the game. Need to go back to the drawing board. They still could buy AKs, but they most likely will not, because the utility will be so weak. So it's all going to come down to Kevlar and pistols. But that's kind of the issue right now, is that the mid control is so strong on the side of Mad Lions. They didn't only show it last round, but also in the anti-eco too, that they probably will try something else, like a simple smoke setup around ramp with the semi-buy could work out. They create enough chaos, and suddenly a bomb plant is possible. Suddenly you might get 1 or 2 kills, pick up the guns, and you could win the round.
Alright, Apeks, let's see if you can make just that happen. Swarming onto the A site. Good utility again, though. No damage being done so far. Only Apeks being kept at arm's length. TMB is going to be firing in blind. Well, coming into this one, TMB hasn't had the best of performances so far, but in this match, certainly they've been showing up as Michu grabs the first kill. Apeks, they're not being able to close ground. No, they can. JL is down, and we have Borup and some Young all gone. It's happening, Bun.
Yeah, like I said, strong mid control here, but A side was allowed to be taken. Bomb ticking fast. They need to go for defuse here. Sticker. Oh, they actually all go down, but the bomb is ticking too fast. Solid attempt.
They get the rounds, but not the guns. Apeks are on the board, even if they're going to have to pay for it. Fortunately, they do have enough money to go with. As we check out our odds from our friends Pinnacle, they are dead even. I don't think I can remember the last time we actually saw a match come in that closely predicted.
And that even between those teams right now, I think it's very, very open. Although Apeks winning the first round, it seems like now they found a way to break through Mad Lions' defense. And Mad Lions might get a bit nervous here as well. Just winning a round like this is just huge money for Apeks as well. Getting into this round, TMB. Oh, he could actually find the boost here.
Nice first pick off, backing off behind the smoke and the grenade to cover their retreat as well. And another. Now Apeks have to make the decision. Do they push on to A? Waiting for them there is JL and Borup. Apex's aggression worked out pretty well before, but JL is ready for them. Doesn't quite retreat in time. The Borup is able to pick up the pieces. Now it's just Styko looking to walk up into heaven, but they get knocked over as well. Last one standing, and Cillian, can they manage it? They're getting surrounded, but they get the first pick off, not the second.
Whew, good spot there by Team B, pushing out of middle, knowing that they're probably gonna boost up in window. 12 kills on him now. He's really, really outperforming anyone else here on the server. and makes this round possible for Mad Lions, because their whole setup and how they wanted to play this, getting through mid, boosting a player into window, and then having a lot of players circling in from jungle, from ramp, from palace. That play got annihilated by him through catching that player on middle as well. Of course, also knowing that there's another player in middle who could come through connector as well. It would have been such a huge play for the side of Apeks, but well spotted. And with this, they're down to the semi-buy again. We know it went last time, and they actually tried the same way as before. At least it looks like it. All players on ramp, one player in palace. But Apeks also with different positioning where they can strike earlier.
Yeah, Apeks certainly very fond of the A site. They are going to be coming rushing in, bull rushing as before. They're up getting the first kill, but almost staying alive. TMB trying to keep their strong record intact. Gets 2 before they are dropped. Hey, you're right, Apeks are doing a lot more damage on their pistol rounds than we'd be expecting. It's just the other rounds which need to be cleaned up.
Yeah, yet again 2 kills, but this time Apeks with the same plan, not expecting Mad Lions to be in these aggressive positions and just not being ready for them. As Apeks now realize we gotta take a timeout. Remember, this is their map pick as well. You can see it in the top right corner. Inferno would be the pick for Mad Lions, where Apeks still has solid chances as well. But you really, really wanna step up here, find a win on this map already, because Apeks, they had such a promising showing in the recent Pinnacle Winter Series, getting into the finals. So now going down 0-2 with the backs against the wall in this Swiss stage would be a huge setback, although it doesn't mean you couldn't just make it into playoffs even if you lose the best of 3 today, but they want to avoid this either way.
It would certainly be the longest row possible for the team if they did go down here. So having to win 3 in a row from losing 2 in a row, that's a pretty big sea change. You're right, it could happen. But Apeks, though, they do need to be finding something a little bit better. Their 1-round win coming at the expense of their entire team. Now at least they've got the equipment. They just need to find the execution.
Yeah, indeed, they got the equipment. And this time they actually have a player pushing through middle. Good position around ladder room. And there you can see JCam. He can deal so much damage. The rest of the players now, after they took the mid control, after you get pushed. This is actually the Molotov. I don't think he should have thrown it at all. Now his position is known. Now they're ready for him. They obviously have like some kind of read on knowing where JCam is, but the problem now is with the Molotov, they will have more of a focus on it because they have it 100% confirmed because there's a player in ladder room. Generally, it should be obvious, but without the sound, you could forget about it now that they strike on A, but JCam is pushing out back into middle anyways to keep more proactive control, so he knows that as well. Okay, I can't make a sneak attack from ladder room. I'm gonna play more aggressively around middle, while the rest strike on A side, and the plant is coming down now, and Mad Lions needs to go for a retake.
It certainly kept Mad Lions' attention away from the A side and lets one of these rare plants get through for Apeks, putting them in the position to be setting themselves up on the defensive rather than having to rush the Lions. We've got a big stack up here on the ramp, looking for a pick-off kill, but Apeks have secreted themselves well enough to avoid that happening.
Ooh, CMB down. That's the biggest player on the side of Mad Lions too.
Psycho gets another. This could be a real good round for Apeks, as they're not just winning the round, but it looks like they're going to hold on to nearly everything, as Cillian's going to try and catch Jail on the retreat. Well, we've got the move in from the other side. Unfortunately, the bomb taking out a player is unfortunate, but Cillian at least takes their revenge.
But actually, JL was busy looking at the dead body, and I'm not sure what's going on there in the comms. I mean, he was just looking at it like, look at him, he went down to the bomb, but that was the perfect distraction for Cillian to come in and still take away his op, which was a huge loss for them. Like, just imagine now looking at the buy, especially because they're forcing up they had an AWP on JL right now. Now he only has a Deagle. It could have been an AWP and 3M4s, which wouldn't be the best, but still a buy you can really pick up a win through. This round definitely not unwinnable, but it doesn't allow them to take those long-range controls, which makes it happen for Apeks that they simply can take a lot more map control deep down towards B apartments, for example, pushing through middle. And also more easily pushing up on ramp. All these spots, you don't have to worry that there's gonna be an AWP either. And as soon as they figure it out, as right now they just wanna see what Mad Lions is doing, they could play around this as well. Although with the passive passive positioning of Apeks, they probably won't be sure because you can't have that perfect read on the money of Mad Lions. So you can't be sure if they maybe somehow scrape together the money for an AWP. So they probably will still play around this as if Mad Lions would even have a full buy here coming in. So.
The Lions a little light on equipment, but Apeks with control of mid, they've got options open. We could see them making a very rare visit to the B site, and the Lions have read that is the case. TMB in from the side, tearing into the Apeks formation. It's just a 1-for-1, but JL with just the pistol to be able to upgrade their equipment and also look for those long-range shots. It may not be an AWP, but it gets the job done.
15 seconds, by the way. They don't have much time. They're bombed out in the open, so they know.
Yeah. That was a brutal round for the Lions.
And the AWP picked up too. That is very, very rough for Apeks. That was the best shot, also taking away the AWP from JL in their own win too, just in the last second. And you think from there, they can pick up some more rounds to make this competitive, but right now it's just a Mad Lions show. They're looking so strong on Mirage, and certainly didn't expect that, but neither did Apeks here.
Alright, Lions. Good recovery. Oh, Apeks do have enough money to buy into the round with an AWP of their own again. JL is about to receive a visit from Apeks that maybe not expecting right behind them. JKM picks up the first kill. That means the AWP is down for the Lions. TMB is gone as well. And we're starting to see this match become a ton more swingy.
Yeah, indeed it does. At this point, Mad Lions can just already look for the save. Samda Young wants to still challenge and gets punished for it. Asilian instantly taking him down as soon as he hears his shots. So Mihu on the retreat with the M4 on middle. Here's the steps as well. Can't really do anything with it. Picks up another kill. Now needs to look to reposition. She wants to keep up the challenge. Something Jacob might not expect. And he's gonna get taken down as well.
Alright. Michu, up, very much up for a challenge. We'll look for number 3 and find it. Michu, that is the end of the round. I don't think that Apeks even consider possible.
Yeah, that is actually so rough for them, because they might pick up another round win, and it was very solid as they caught Mad Lions, especially JL sleeping. Though JL, of course, also didn't have the cover middle to know if there's a player pushing up and gets boosted into window. But that really destroyed the whole defense of Mad Lions. And you were thinking, yeah, okay, Apeks now, 5 versus 1, good round for them. They will have all players surviving, and then Mihu comes in, they all challenge him, 3 players die, and that means that the economy on Apeks side is still far from anything stable.
So coming close to the end of this first half of our first map, or our first series of the day, what's kind of your evaluation of both these squads so far?
Well, Apeks still need to find more consistency, because even though they got into the semifinals and playoffs, and maybe it's more about when the pressure really is there that they start to perform and else take it a bit more easily. But they seem to be more inconsistent, while Mad Lions, they have a talented squad that is known already just looking at the members, but it also is looking like the more they play right now, they're building up synergy with the 2 new players and Mihu and Samda Young, which are huge players as well. So Just looks like Mad Lions, they're utilizing their talent, they're coming together, while Apeks still needs to find the consistent form.
Certainly this would be a huge disappointment for Apeks if they do lose this one. They are on a 7-map winning streak here on Mirage, so they certainly know what they are doing. Competition is pretty tough here, of course, in the main Swiss. This is round 2. In our first couple of matches, we will be covering some of the teams who've had rougher rides through day 1. As we go on, we'll be dropping more and more teams, especially once we get through tomorrow. Every team who's playing will be playing a team with a similar record. So both these teams come in with a first loss. As you said, this is a big turning point for each of the teams, either heading up towards being on an even record or put down in the purgatory of almost instant elimination. The Lions light up this round. It's down to Styko to try and save it.
He knows there is a player right behind the ticket box, and he gets the kill with 13 seconds left. That's $300 more for him. Money situation, well, Styko obviously won't get money, staying alive as a T. The rest of the players, yes, it's rough. Chauzy and Asilian, that's what I'm looking at here. They could buy up AKs, while Jakim and Nog, they're on 2.5k, 3.1k. They could go for Kevlar and pistols here and just add a bit of utility, but it's just rough because you have Styko here on the AK. If they don't get the bomb plant, Styko can't buy in the next round anyways. Although with 1.3k, if you get like 1 or 2 kills, you can still like get a good buy anyway, or even then good to go for Kevlar AK, I guess. So there's that. You can see the loss bonus. It would be enough for Kevlar AK. So yeah, I'm thinking right now. And there too, what buy could that be? Probably Kevlar and pistols. Just all based it on the next round. But looking at the scoreline as well, it's just going to be very, very hard to win.
All right, while they're thinking about what to buy, we would, of course, let you know about something that you could buy as well, gentle viewers. Extrafy, supporting us here at the Pinnacle Winter Series number 2. You check them out, keyboards, mice, headsets, and more with the code WINTER10 for 10% off across the board. We do appreciate the support of competitive CSGO. Let's get things underway with Apeks just having that one AK. It's on Styko. Try and save things again. They will be, of course, hitting towards the ticket, as you mentioned before, in the last round and getting some work done. The Lions look like they've been a little caught out of position.
Yeah, they're playing more passive as they did previously in this first round. Lost off them where Apeks won out of an eco, but they strike more quickly this time. Back with side control, just setting up, waiting for all the players to come in, and now Apeks gets shut down.
Again, does at least get one more back. Yes, it's not quite the round Apeks could have hoped for based on that start. Still, coming with just one AK, 2 kills. I suppose, honestly, actually, they've managed to do similar things without an AK.
A solid defense here by Mad Lions. Apeks now back on the buy. Ooh, that is
TMB.
very scary.
TMB up to 20 kills has certainly been the highlight player.
Yeah.
Longest reigning member of the squad, been on there for about a year or so. As he said, coming in, TMB hadn't had the best of times in the first series, so this is very much redemption for them here in the second. We do have Ancillion and the rest of Apeks getting some pretty serious grounding in the early going.
Ooh, Ancillion! He missed such a huge chance. If that shot hits, JLs gets taken down, Mad Lions would be stunned there on the B side, but instead he whiffs it and is out in the open with no retreat. So actually, instead of 3 versus 5 or even 2 versus 5 in favor of Apeks, that's now back to a 4-on-4.
It's going to be a tight round. Apeks still very far behind, even if things have started to get a little bit more competitive as we go. Lions have got a 2-pronged offense, but Burrup is down. JL is still there, but Apeks, it looks like it's going to be another considerable round for them, despite the fact they're so far behind.
Yeah, bomb planted. Apeks still recovering from this. had a huge shot at getting towards the B side, but instead A it is with Asilia not finding the frag, although it was very, very hard to hit in the heat of the moment because you don't actually expect Mad Lions just to be out in the open there because they didn't expect Asilian there on short, but the A hit then coming through was a bit more easy.
I'm trying to figure out here, and maybe I've just gotten confused on this and kind of missed the earlier explanation, but why are we seeing such swingy rounds here, do you think? Why are we going from Mad Lions dominating to Apeks dominating in such stark fashion from round to round?
Well, honestly, it's just, first of all, the teams are both quite young in how they, Mad Lions, their core is together for a bit longer, but they added 2 new players to their roster. Apeks is also a fully new roster just recently announced. They're just finding their ground, their play style, everything around that, and how they work with each other. It's just gonna take a good bit of time, especially due to them also being international rosters. So communication sometimes can be something where they aren't as clean just yet, and also just running strats as cleanly. All these kind of things. It's all something which adds up to it, where they just need a bit of time to just both find their playstyle, and that just makes these rounds look a bit more inconsistent, although you see the potential of both of those teams.
TMB will pick up the first kill completely blind. They have definitely been showing a ton of potential. There's another kill coming in. They are absolutely swimming in frag so far. Don't quite manage to find Chauzy in time. Means the Apeks have got a chance to move the bomb down at speed. We're up just off to the side with Sumdai Young. We mentioned Sumdai Young, being a player you recognize, hasn't had the strongest of performances recently either. We'll hopefully get a chance to prove themselves here in our first series of the day.
Yeah. Apeks actually got a lot of control through this kill onto Team B. Chauzy now pushing into CT, but Boro finds the kill on Sticko and gets the refract on Chauzy, and with this the round should be done.
Just down to Nork, 1 versus 3. They're going to have to cover themselves from multiple sides. I like them moving out a little bit more aggressively, which means they let them get the one. Boro going to be around the corner, barely alive. Drops as well, but JL, last one standing, finishes off the job. The Lions make it out, but limping.
Yeah, very, very close round, but at this point, actually just it's important that you pick up round wins, and against all the odds, I mean, of course the odds are swinging into Mad Lions' favor if you can put your bets on tap.gg/winter to support the tournament. Of course, if you're 18 plus, and don't forget to bet responsibly. But against all odds here, Mad Lions showing up such a huge performance on Mirage. Not the greatest by now, even though they won the round. They're just so low in economy, but JL now opening it up with an entry around middle just makes it so much easier for Mad Lions to have a shot at winning this round and actually leading 11-4 in the first half. And what a dominating start that would be. Apeks for sure stunned from that. Didn't expect this to happen, and it's gonna be a long way of recovery if they wanna still have a shot. Pistol round win needs to happen.
Apeks getting themselves a kill back. Even if the Lions do win here, it will be in the shadow of some incredibly impressive Apeks rounds that, if they could string more of those together, maybe they could recover. We have got the B push, where Sumdai Young is waiting along with Michu. This will bypass a lot of the stronger Mad Lions players. Sumdai Young is expecting this push to be coming in, but the Lions are not committing their defense in yet.
Sumdai Young with a bit of a spray. Here's the shots. Not going to get taken down. That's important because now they have so much information as the push comes in.
Sumdai Young almost gets a second. Could have been huge. Styko and Nork last one standing. They are on the site, but the Lions are approaching. TMB will be making their way in through apartments. Looks like Borup will be taking the alternate route to try and draw attention away. This is, of course, as mentioned, the end of the half. It would be huge for Apeks. For Lions, of course, it will put them in striking distance of the end zone. Time is ticking away. TMB is here, goes 1v1 with Nork. doesn't manage to find the damage. They're hiding really well at Apeks. TMB is dropped. It's down to Borup to try and survive, and they're gone as well. Apeks finish out the half with a win, and Nork with a triple.
Yeah, very, very important win to find here. Apeks 10-5. And the other way around, actually. 5-10. Yeah, the score can be confusing. Yes, I as a caster actually
well,
just
we are switching halves, so it makes sense.
I just read it out on the screen. Yes, of course, 10-5 for Mad Lions. Very, very surprising performance. That's where I wanted to go before I threw myself off guard.
That's what we'll. Don't worry, we'll fix it in post.
Yes. Just cut the video. Don't
At
put
this point,
into
we're
the
really looking for Apeks to try and win this pistol round, and so far it's looking relatively even. JChem getting a kill in means we're still in with the possibility of Apeks taking control of the half.
Ooh. Suddenly it's only Samda Young. 1 versus 2 though. His position known, so he repositions 1 minute 15 on the clock, so there's still a lot of potential for him to get this clutch going, especially because Apeks need to make a decision on how they want to position to find Samda Young as early as possible before he even gets the plant down. And that he gets the plant down isn't that unlikely at this point in a 1 versus 2. But he preferably wants to isolate the player now and find a kill. And this is getting a bit awkward. There's one player pushing out off short, another through tunnels. Ooh, but
Samda Young has bypassed the Apeks defense. And I don't think they even realize that they've left a route open to the site. JChem comes back in to check, and the plant is going to be good. Apeks are so close to getting into this half strong. The plant is made by Lions, which means they will be able to bar up the next round if they want to. Vancillion, it's time to duel with Samda Young. Of course, you know, with no utility on the board, this is going to be almost certainly a death trap. Oh no, I tell a lie, there is the smoke. Samda Young to come in and nail Vancillion immediately. The Lions, with Samda Young picking up their first triple kill, open up the half looking strong. Apeks,
that is,
they're going to have to make do with very little indeed. And yeah, I started to root for Apeks as well, even though they are not remotely the underdogs coming into this. It's seeming that way, though, from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, this just hurts. A setback like this, Mad Lions already looked like it's lost for them, but Samda Young just hitting such a good timing and just on point with his shots. I think for the last 2 kills, yeah, he used just 2 bullets with a Glock, and that is very, very surprising. And it's just like hitting those headshots instantaneously. That was incredible. But Apeks needed a pistol round win.
And Cillian does get a pistol kill back in, so that's definitely worth something. That we were to scoop up the Galil. And a second kill in for Apeks. Maybe second time's the charm. As Apeks, they've been so swingy, as have the Lions. Maybe fortune favors them now. Nork does get cut down, and Cillian needs to link up with the rest of the team. Cillian will be coming around the corner with a stolen Galil. Gets the kill onto Samda Young. The bomb is now down, and Borup is the last one standing. Has got... No, it's not going to go for it. We've got the other Apeks members moving into support, so even if Borup wins this particular duel, they're going to get traded almost certainly. Jorzy in from the side is not the player they're looking for. Apeks, they're running out the clock in the Lions. Well, they do some good damage. Apeks are making out with this round with the win under the most unlikely of circumstances.
Yeah, that is coming out of nowhere, but it's exactly what Apeks need to keep up the chances on Mirage. Remember, this is their map pick, and while Inferno, Apeks could still pick up as well, and the teams, while Mad Lions looks more comfortable, both also has some weaker showings on it. Apeks, they just want to pick up Mirage right now, right here, just get into a comfortable spot as the favorite. Lions, on the other hand, that would be such a confidence boost, but Apeks coming back into it out of just a force buy, that gives them a little bit of hope here to still stay in this. How far can they take it from here? Now they have all them force, but Mihu with a nice dig onto JCam. It's gonna just put a dent into their economy at least.
Yes, Sunday Young looking to try and recover things for the Lions, as it does seem like we're in the place where, I suppose if we keep swinging the rounds backwards and forwards, then presumably Lions and Apeks, if they pick up similar amounts, of course, the Lions will win this one out. Apeks need to start stringing these rounds together, as Stiko will be holding it here, and Connector finds one, but only one. The Lions come in, steal the Galil, and they've got a chance of turning this round. Apeks, though, with the double back in. Now Sundar Young is cut down. TMB, last one standing, as Apeks stand bloodied but triumphant. At least we expect they will be.
Yeah, Team B. On ramp. Can he deal some more damage? The answer is no. Apeks pick up another round win, but Mad Lions, they put so much damage in. Apeks just still in a very worrisome spot. You look at their economy right now, after they fully bought up, and there's only one player on over 1k, that's JK, with 1050. So yeah, that's rough. Mad Lions now on an eco though, so that gives them the chance to stack up a bit more of an economy knock on the AWP as well here already. Wants to shut down these players, wants to shut down the mid push, but he actually falls back. So that gives some control over, gives them the chance to actually rush into connector all together and maybe pick up a gun from them. Well, it's definitely all in the cards right now. It's very, very tough to make a call on who's going to pick up the round at all. And I think Mad Lions, they just have been looking like the better team so far. But the issue is as well, we don't have any information how they will perform on the T side today. On the CT side, it has been very solid, but the side switch just leaves it very, very open. It's more about Mad Lions now has to show what is their setup. They have a lot of mid control gained. Apeks already gave that to them, but they're throwing in the nades just to deal a lot of damage to TMB, who's down to 27 HP. Best player on the server at the moment, Sundar Young. At the same time, he's not gonna fight the frag on B. He's gonna get taken down by Silly and Chelsea looking for info. Can stay alive as well. Super important for him and his team. Yeah, they're very, very close to it. With the bomb point, though, there's still a bit of challenge Medlines can put up, but Apeks CT side now, that's the answer. That's the Byron coming through. It is looking good. It is something they can make work against the side of Mad Lions, and the pressure is still on the lines here as well. Not looking very promising. Yeah, JCam already making sure to shut down the push. Is gonna get flashed, but still had the right angle, right position to take down another player, and he's feeling it at this point. Yeah, indeed it is. Chauzy on 8.1k, and that on the CT side. Tough call. Mad Lions, pressure's back on them. This nade can deal so much damage. Double nade, actually. JL already down to 48 HP. Can they find any kill? Yes, they wanted to move through mid and take control fast as well, but so does Apeks with the boost play too, which they might not even see coming. The nade, though, perfect. They know they have the information. Stick on Asilian. Took a lot of damage, but Team B now falling. Oh, JL actually hit that one. Wow, impressive. Oh, JL. Gets the kill on knock.
And Stiko finishes off the round. Not bad at all. This is looking absolutely crazy for Apeks. 6 in a row. I mean, the Lions didn't manage to do that in their first half.
Yeah, indeed. Apeks now on a roll. Mad Lions, it does look like they have much to show. A lot of damage done early to them already throughout the round. And from there on, Apeks, they just took so much mid control already. They shut them down any attempt going onto the B side. And just in full control of this map. Mad Lions need to come up with something new, and maybe it's just a simple smoke strat here, but Nog already finding the kill is just going to make it a lot harder for the Lions to get anything done this round. And you can see the rotation already coming through as well. They didn't even get the bomb plant down, but there are 2 players coming through behind them already as well. And Chauzy, well, that's going to be, it's going to be impossible to win at this point.
Lions just with the 1 AK. Gonna try and make the best of this. They were looking so good coming into this half, but Apeks seem to know exactly where to be to get these untraded kills. 2 in for Apeks. Lions being torn to pieces. Michu, last one standing, at least gets something back for the squad. But Apeks, they're relentless. Their CT side has been eye-opening as our Pinnacle odds start to swing. tb.gg/winter with the code WINTER22. Please go check them out for over 18. Do bet responsibly and only with money you can afford to lose, because this is a comeback of the century. And Apeks, I think this is going to be a well-earned timeout for the Mad Lions as they try and figure out what the hell's going wrong.
Yeah, very, very late timeout, but now that Apeks picked up the lead, it seems like they realized, hey, we can actually lose this. But at this point, Apeks, they are already in so much control that even if the scoreline looks close, Apeks is the clear leader here. Mad Lions, they need to put a lot onto the table. But maybe they can still do it right here, right now, because it is going to be a buy round for them. They have 4AK bought up already. Some Young probably is going to add a 5th to that. As we can see, it bought up now. The utility is good, but what's it gonna be? Just doesn't seem like anything worked so far, but maybe there's a small issue they have figured out. They're gonna throw them smokes in the middle, but early control by Apeks. That round seems over already. Or is it? Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be the Lions charging in. TMB does get one back. That's gonna be worth something. A site control is pretty good from the Lions right now, so they'll try and utility off the various different approaches. Pico does get one. Lions need to be careful here. They don't get picked apart. And still going to be hitting from the other side as well. Oh, I don't think they can afford to go from the plant yet, but they will get one kill back in and some die as well. Bring it to 2v2. Apeks. Now, wait a second. The plant didn't actually get made in all of that, and the Mad Lions have abandoned the site.
Ooh. Yeah, that bomb is under control of Apeks, but Mad Lions having a bit of time to recover. They just want to make sure that there are no players coming in from behind, so they're playing it very, very silent for now. Unsure if the side of Apeks are all focused on the bomb, or if they just try to find some of the players off Mad Lions. That's what they're worried about, but with the time running out, they are forced to make a play at this moment. 28 seconds.
There's a shot from Nork. It's down to TMB. Can you turn the fortunes of the Lions? Grabs the bomb and immediately realizes they've made a horrible mistake, as Nork is there to punish. The Lions have been left winless for oh so very long. You see at the top of the screen. 8 rounds in a row. I can't even count. That's how many rounds we've been seeing from Apeks. It's untenable for the Lions, and they don't seem to be getting any closer to getting this round win.
Oh. 13-11, Mad Lions now. It's yet again going for another buy, but the timeout it showed it didn't work out for them. What's there left in the tank? Now they're working with the split, but even though it is a split, the rest of the players go towards B, and they might catch Azilian off guard here. Oh, might work, but Azilian almost lines them up, almost gets a second here.
Team Lions do at least have presence on the site. If they can get one more kill, they should be able to get the plant through, and they can. Now Nork off to the side. We have got Stiko coming in. They're going to run right into Borup and win out that duel, which means it's just TMB with the bomb off of site. No plant made as of yet. You can see Apeks aren't sure where TMB is going, but Nork is ready. If they walk across, they're gonna get cut down. There comes in the smoke. They make the move, and TMB does at least get the money in the bank with the plant.
Yeah, he does, but at this point he also just has to clutch it out. Apeks in a favorable position, 1 versus 2. No, the bomb was planted. TMB didn't have much room to move, so he needs to play it from sight.
Apeks get onto the site. Nork is dropped. TMB finds another, and the Lions, after languishing for so very long, have found their way back in. They can finally breathe again, and of course, it's thanks to TMB. Up to 29 kills right now. As we do want to let you know, of course, about our new partner coming in as of today, My Sphinx Cap NFT project with an Egyptian theme. I suspect there will be some more details forthcoming, but for now we're focusing on TMB. What a player, what a map for them it's been.
Yeah, but this could also potentially be a breakthrough on Borup. He heard the drop as well. He has the information that there are players around middle. Here's all the steps, can work with this. That also gives them the information. Okay, the players just dropped out of window. We can put Mihu in play.
2 in for the Lions means they're in a good spot, but 2 back from Apeks means we're reset central. At least the Lions have got the bodies over on the B site. They're charging in at quite some speed. Nork is going to try it in the hole for as long as they can. Finds the first kill. They have got reinforcements arriving. The Lions are still pushing. JL, the last one standing, barely alive. Does find the kill on JChem, but no more than that. Apeks will not let the Lions get established.
Yeah, if they can't get the ball rolling out of the clutch from Team B, it just shows it was an individual performance by him, which won the Mad Lions the round. But Apeks is still in the driving seat on the CT side. Not a lot of bad things here to say about Apeks on CT. Pure dominance by them, 14-12. And Mad Lions, they have huge problems against them. Anything. It just looks like Apeks is completely outperforming them, also individually, because Apeks, they definitely had to face them at lines with a lot of ideas in their play as well, but they were still always looking strong on this, and the way they played around as a team, and even just to hit their shots individually, and that makes them the winning team, although not just yet. Mad Lions pick up an M4, giving them a bit of a chance to still stay in this game on Mirage.
Alright, as we get close to the end of the game, we also want to let you guys know about the stream cards going on the stream right now. If you want to make some predictions about how the series is going to end, it's a great way to do so. Apeks picking up another means that you'd be probably in good hands. I bet it's going to be Apeks flavor, but JL does get one back. That could mean another gun in hand for the Lions. There would be a big boost of power. It's tempting them, you can tell. But Apeks, they are waiting to strike. Michu is gone. TMB and JL, last one standing. With just the one M4, they will retreat off. The bomb has been dropped. And Nork is there watching it. Nice molly. Will keep them away for a second. The bomb will be reclaimed by the Lions.
Yeah, it might be reclaimed, but it's still such a tough round to win. Although, wait a minute, Team B got the kill on Stico, and if anyone could clutch that out, it would be him. Gets the plant down. Both of the players on Apeks side, they were on B. 44 HP, but absolutely doable. All the timing could be off. He almost sprays them both down. But Apeks, they're gonna go up to map point.
Alright, Apeks moving into a fantastic position. While it hasn't been completely clean, it's certainly pretty impressive. Again, shout out to our name partners, Pinnacle, teb.gg/winter, for your final chance, probably, to get in anything on map number 1. We, of course, will be having a ton of different CSGO across today. This is only the first game of our first match. But right now, Apeks returning finalists seem like they've recovered after a pretty even first half to a dominant second. And now, the final touches.
Yeah, Mad Lions. Such a strong CT health on their side. 10-5, coming in completely surprising. But on the T side, it just needed better coordination and also the individual difference, or at least the comfort on the map was shown. Apeks feeling much more comfortable on Mirage on the CT side. Mad Lions, the T side, just looking very, very weak. Something you would have expected, but with the early lead Mad Lions picked up, you thought they might have a chance, especially with the pistol round win, but Apeks instantly came back in swinging, and now they want to finish this off 16-12 with just 2 round losses on the second half. Chelsea already firing it up here by taking down Boro.
2 kills back in for Apeks means the Lions are going to have to be doing their best impression of lambs. Going to the slaughter of Apeks. Some die young, last chance here to turn it, but no. Apeks with a ludicrously dominant half. 11 rounds to 2. Take the first map after looking like they were going to get rushed out of this first game in its entirety. As he said,